Hello, it's John Heaton, and today I'm going to discuss my recent vinyl finds. I've had quite a successful week or two. Actually got a bit of a story to tell because I ordered some stuff, mail order, from a place outside of Budapest, and I ordered a bunch of records and a car phone charger arrived. So I complained, and bit of hoo-ha between the record shop and as to whose fault it was, the record shop or the postal company. So, and I waited several weeks, and then eventually they came and picked up the wrong package and delivered the right one, but it took a month or more. So it made me a bit wary about ordering online unless you've got a secured delivery arrangement like certified, but then that increases the cost of postage. So it's a bit of a trade-off, I guess. But anyway, that was the first bad experience I've had, and I did eventually get my records, and still not sure what happened there, but anyway. So I'm going to show you a few singles I picked up. This is not particularly rare, of course. This is the Woman single released in February '81, which got to #1 shortly after John's passing. Continuing my Apple collection, I didn't have a copy of Something in the Apple sleeve here. It's come together on the B-side. This is a UK pressing. Didn't come in a picture sleeve in the UK. And then didn't have a copy of the Jet single from Wings, and so I picked up that. This is a Yugoslav press with Don't Let Me Roll It on the B-side. So happy to have that. I think there's not too many I'm left to get. I still don't have Woman is the Nigger of the World, and I still don't have Power to the People. I'm shortly going to be getting Instant Karma. This is another picture sleeve. I think this is the third copy of Snookeroo I've got. One of which is not picture sleeve, or two of which are not picture sleeves, but this one is. It's a German press on the Gemma label there. You can see, I mean Apple, but Gemma is the record company there. And not a particularly exciting picture cover, but thought I'd pick that up. Wasn't terribly expensive. And then this is interesting because I had this Mull of Guitar single, but I thought there's something strange about this. And it was the fact that they've written Wings AA, because I looked at my original copy and it just says Wings. So this is a German pressing, but actually on the single itself it says A on the B side for Mull of Kintyre and B for Girls' School. So I guess they made the mistake and then decided to correct it on the cover, whereas my original UK copy, it says AA side on both sides. So I thought that was interesting. And then I picked up my favourite record shop, or one of them in Budapest. The guy who runs it, Kalman, sent me an email saying I've got some new stuff in which might interest you. So I went along on Friday afternoon, and yes, he showed me this, the early Beatles. Again, this is not particularly rare, but this is interesting because it's on the Apple label, and this is not a 60s press, because obviously certainly not 65 when it was first released on Capitol, because Apple didn't exist then. With a bit of research, I've dated this somewhere around early to mid 70s. It's a terrible album in my opinion, because it's basically the first album, Please Please Me, missing a couple of tracks. I saw her standing there notably, which was put on with Meet the Beatles in the US. So this is an album I didn't bother picking up on CD. I've never owned a copy of it, but because I saw it on Apple, I thought, why not? And then, in order of interest, I'll show you this next, because this is getting more interesting. This is a Let It Be press. I know people who've watched my videos know I own an awful lot of copies of Let It Be, but this one's interesting because this is, if you read the blue at the bottom there in small letters, it's for the Singapore, Hong Kong and Malaysia markets, and I looked up the population of those three territories, and together they're around 40 to 45 million, so quite a big market, the three of them combined, Malaysia being the biggest in terms of people anyway. And this, as with all countries, the Apple is slightly different, sort of paler green there. And in very nice condition, and again, it's not an original 1970 issue. I would guess it's looking at the condition. I haven't done enough research on it, but I would guess it would be mid to late 70s. And then this one is quite exciting because this is my first Argentinian press of anything, and you can see it's written in Spanish, Los Beatles, Submarino Amarillo, and then the song titles are in Spanish here with the English equivalents underneath, and then there's a couple of essays here or blurb about the characters in Yellow Submarine in Spanish again. And I think the earlier editions from Argentina came with a green apple, but this is with a white apple, which is quite similar to the Plasticona Band apple I've got on one of my copies of Plasticona Band. But again, it's just nice to have an Argentinian press with non-English writing on the sleeve. I find it fascinating, and I was just reminded of the original album. This is my only other copy of Yellow Submarine, which is a UK copy, where on the back of it was an essay written by Tony Palmer for the Sunday Times, the Observer, sorry. And Derek Taylor was asked to write sleeve notes for this album. And instead of writing sleeve notes, he just reproduced this review of the White Album, which had only been out a few weeks. And I just want to read you a couple of excerpts from it, because it really is an excellent review. The Beatles are competent rather than virtuoso instrumentalists, but their ensemble playing is intuitive and astonishing. They bend and twist rhythms and phrases with an unanimous freedom that gives their harmonic adventures the frenzy of anticipation and unpredictability. The voice, particularly that of Lennon, is just another instrument, wailing, screeching, mocking, weeping. McCartney's drifting melancholy overhangs the entire proceedings like a purple veil of shadowy optimism, glistening, inaccessible, loving. At the end, all you do is stand and applaud. Whatever your taste in popular music, you will find it satisfied here. If you think the pop music is Engelbert Humperdinck, then the Beatles have done it better, without sentimentality, but with passion. If you think that pop is just rock and roll, then the Beatles have done it better, but infinitely more vengefully. If you think that pop is mind-blowing noise, then the Beatles have done it better, on distant shores of the imagination that others have not even sighted. I think that's a wonderful piece of writing. I just read you excerpts there. So that was my recent finds. Have I got anything else to show you, or was that it? I have ordered a couple of things which will be arriving next week, but just wanted to get you up to date with those goodies. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.